Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and man, it has been a few days, almost a week, honestly, since I've filmed anything, which feels crazy, but I have a really exciting one to do today. It has been a long day, had a lot of work photography-wise to do today, and I just got home. It is like 10 something, just past 10 o'clock, and I had this package waiting for me today, and I have been so excited about this coming in. This is a loaner. This isn't a knife for me to keep. It's not even a knife that I'm allowed to carry or use in any way. I'm not even supposed to twirl it. That's how precious this knife is to the owner. So first of all, I want to say thank you to my buddy Ryan Harrell. I met him in the Millie PM2 Para 3 Club on Facebook. We have a lot of mutual friends, and he's just an awesome dude who happened to score a mini Arius at Blade Show. And I didn't get to attend Blade Show this year. I wish I would have, but I plan to attend West. Also plan to attend, hopefully, USN, CCKS. So there are a few more shows that'll be happening, but the release of the mini Arius, the miniature version of my favorite knife, was at Blade Show. And they only brought, I think, like 20 of them-ish, and they're all prototypes. So I guess the knife technically hasn't even been officially released yet, since they were just selling prototypes there. But it was a lottery to be able to purchase one. I think one of them might have been auctioned. I'm sure that went for a crazy amount, but it was like $1,200 if you won the lottery to have the chance to buy one. And Ryan got really lucky. He has quite the story about it, actually. I think there was a fine bottle of something involved that got handed to Bill. And yeah, I don't know. He's got a great story about it. But this is a mini Arius. And I have been, ever since I knew that the Arius existed, I've wanted there to be a mini Arius. Even before I got my first Arius. At the time, I was more into small knives. Now I'm kind of into bigger knives. But when I sold my Gen 3 Arius, I was like, man, if there was a mini, it would be perfect for me. I ended up coming back around and needing one again anyway. So I've had this Gen 4 now for quite a while. Probably a year I've had this Gen 4 in particular. And it's been my favorite knife for a long time. Yeah, so there's finally a mini. This is a prototype of it from Blade Show. Like I said, I will not be carrying this knife. I will not be cutting with it. I won't even be doing my twirly things with it. I'm just going to be checking it out and getting a kind of a first impressions. And then I'll be doing a video as well, just kind of comparing to the Arius, the full size, I should say, and just showing them side by side a little bit, since not many people have the chance to have these in hand yet. I know a lot of people want to see what they look like side by side and all that. So right now I'm going to unbox it. And then I'm going to flick it a lot, I'm sure, and just breathe it in quite a bit. And then tomorrow, if I can make the time, I'm going to film the comparison between it and this. And I'll probably film a standalone impressions video, maybe. But this is just the exciting moment of unboxing it. So we're going to go ahead and bust right in. Of course, I'm using my full-size Arius to get into the box because just seems right to open the Arius with the Arius. Yeah, I talked about this also in one of my solo podcasts, which I'm recording another one of tonight, but somebody had asked me a question of like, what did I think of the upcoming mini Arius at the time? And basically I was like, man, it's gotta be nerve-wracking to have a knife like the Arius that so many people, myself included, consider pretty much as close as it gets to a perfect knife in today's world of what's out there. And then to scale it down, make it smaller, and put it out, it's gotta be incredible for people to be okay with it, right? Because the expectation is this. And so I'm thrilled to have the chance to look at one right now. This is really safely packaged in here, as it should be. The way I understand it, Ryan has no intention of ever letting go of this knife. By the way, Ryan's Instagram will be linked down below. He's been into knives for a long time. Hasn't been posting a ton of EDC content for very long, but he's starting to. And he has a killer collection. Even just the suite of knives that he picked up at Blade Show are incredible. I'm going to cut this tape very gently on here. Very careful not to mess anything up. This is like surgery. There we go. But yeah, I'll link to his Instagram down below. I believe it's Okie Bow Hunter. Yeah, he's a great dude. So give him a follow if you aren't already. I'm sure those of you who are watching this who are in the Millie Club are probably already aware of who Ryan is. So, Koenig box. This feels pretty typical. I've had now 2 Ariuses, and I've had the Mini Goblin, who I actually just sold to a good buddy because he really wanted one. And I could use the money, and I just prefer the Arius to the Mini Goblin. But, oh man, this is exciting. Okay, so model Mini Arius. The blade on these, I assume this is just for the prototypes that they'll be in this, but it's CPM 154. Handle, just like its big brother, is 6AL 4V titanium with what they call NS milling. It's kind of an external milling. This knife is number 24. Birth date is June 2nd, 2021. Got that in here with a sticker, etc. And then you get to the box. There's this nice Koenig microfiber cloth branded on there. The knife is kind of wrapped up in it. Oh yeah, look at this. It's even got the tag from Blade Show. Number 24. Tucked here in the box with it as well. Oh man. I feel like I've known in my head what this would be for a long time because I'm so familiar with the Arius. It's one of my most carried, most enjoyed knives. But to actually be, like, for it to come out of the box and actually be a little version of my favorite, oh man, it's surreal to be handling it. So right off the bat, the milling on this guy, it's got these pockets externally, as you can see, but I can also see like micro milling all over the frame. It's got a little bit, maybe it's just because it's not blasted like the frames on my full-size one are, but there's a little bit of texture on these parts that aren't pocketed. Interesting. And there's no internal milling on this guy, from what I understand. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to deploy it because I really want to savor it. Yeah, I don't see any internal milling, so it's all external on this, which makes it a little bit heftier than I would have anticipated it feeling for being a little guy. It doesn't have that same like lighter than it looks sensation. I wonder what the production ones are going to be like though, because again, this is a prototype. Maybe they'll do the first quite a few just like this. I don't know, but they could also foreseeably do them more like this spec, and just these prototypes will be a little bit funky. Same exact style of clip and backspacer. It's just, I mean, obviously, it's just a mini Arius. That's what it's supposed to be. But man, this is wild. So, like, the scale of it just feels so different. Oh, man. All right. Let's see how it flips. Oh, yes. The acoustics were pretty different, I imagine, because it's not internally milled. Oh my gosh. Oops. Oh man. Detent feels a hair stiffer than my full size. It's obviously brand new, however. My full size has been deployed 1 billion times. Let's see how it middle finger flicks. Oh my gosh. Oh. So, size-wise, I can still get 4 fingers on here. This is exciting, guys. I'm really, really excited about this. The blade finishing looks really, really nice. Kind of a stone wash. Look at that. We've got the same hollow grind that we do on its big brother. Same blade profile, same hollow swedge, same shape hole. Oh man, this is thrilling to say the least. Yeah, I mean, it's scaled down. It's a miniaturized version. Be very careful. I'm gonna actually two-hand these just to be positive that they don't contact each other here. I'm going to be so careful with this knife while it is in my possession, guys. I'm literally only going to have it probably for like 48 hours before I box it back up, insure the heck out of it, and then send it back to Ryan. But I can't tell you how much I appreciate him sending this to me to check out, because I've been so eagerly awaiting this knife for years now. Goodness. It's just a mini, guys. Oh, man. The fact that I get a solid 4-finger grip on it and that the ergos still feel right to me is really, really good news. I was worried that I was going to be disappointed by its feeling in hand, because the ergos of the full size are one of my favorite things about the knife. It's one of the reasons why it has remained a favorite knife of mine for so long. But this, oh man, this feels really, really good. I like that. That action is stupid. I think the action feels snappier than mine. Different, I guess. The detent is definitely a hair stiffer on the little one, but it's not too stiff. Not too stiff at all. All right. It's out of the box. I'm going to save the rest of my thoughts and play with it a little bit more. And then we'll do a first impressions, and then I'll do a direct comparison between it and the Big Brother. Man, this is exciting, guys. So, again, Ryan's Instagram will be linked down below. Check him out if you haven't before. I can't thank him enough for letting me check this out. I am so thrilled to be able to handle one of these. I would have been stoked at Blade Show to just be able to hold one. Obviously, I would have entered the lotto and hopefully won one. I don't know. You can't... I'll never know whether I would have been drawn in that bingo lottery thing that they did. But the fact that I'm getting to handle one means a lot. This is so freaking exciting, guys. All right. Mini Arius. It's here. Briefly. It won't be here for long. But, man, this is sweet. So, thanks for checking it out. See you guys on the next one.